They tell me you're not a slider. Would that be an accurate statement when you run football?
I don't know. Kind of just whatever the team needs. Like, it depends on the situation, stuff like that. At the end of the day, you got to protect yourself because there's some guys out there that aren't too fond of quarterbacks, obviously, but on the defense. But making sure you protect your body. If it's for a first down on 4th down or a touchdown, then probably do whatever it takes.
Bush just told us you're an old school type of quarterback. Is that something you pride yourself on?
I don't really know. I wouldn't really classify myself as anything. I haven't put too much thought into it. Just working on moving the chains, making sure distribute the ball to the playmakers. That's what they're here for: catch the ball, make plays, hand the ball off, then make plays. So basically, just doing my job is what I'm focused on.
Yeah, part of being a quarterback is being a leader of the team, and you're obviously brand new this year. How do you feel like just creating those relationships has gone for you this offseason, and you feel like you're in a good spot entering the year?
Yes, sir. Leadership is very important at the quarterback position. It's actually like what my master's is in, is communications and leadership development. So being able to take some of the stuff from the classroom and put it on the field. But at the end of the day, it's all about just making sure you lead your ship. Like, that's basically how I define leadership. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty accurate as well. And I think it's been going well, making sure you have command of the offense and making sure everybody's on the same page at all times. So I think it's been going pretty good so far.
The helmet comm has been kind of a big topic for everyone. What's that been like for you, like just having Coach Hamden in your ear when you've all kind of experiment with that so far?
I've really enjoyed it so far. Basically, all of our skill players are looking to the sideline for signals and stuff, and I get it in my head, the play or whatever, and then maybe like a quick reminder if whatever that play is, like a specific reminder for that play. So I've really enjoyed it. Then obviously still have time to do my little pre-play routine, whatever I'm normally doing, where I'm getting my eyes, what I'm looking at, stuff like that. So I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, what's kind of been the biggest adjustment for you from Georgia to Kentucky so far?
The biggest adjustment would probably just be, probably just more off the field stuff. Like the weather was different. This winter was definitely different. Just not being close to family, some of the friends and stuff like that. So just basically like everything I've known, picking up and moving out, and didn't have too many friends here, but I've definitely been working on that, hanging out with some of the guys. So probably more off the field stuff has been the biggest change.
You found a good fishing hole?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Gavin was late edition. What have you seen from him?
Gavin's awesome. He's another great dude to have in the quarterback room. He takes his reps serious when he's in there, and we're all learning from each other. So he was a great addition for the quarterback room. Me, Bo, and Cutter really appreciate him and the stuff he's done for us.
Anybody surprised you from like stepping up from spring to where you are 2 days in?
Basically, spring was really good, being able to throw with most of those guys out there. But obviously, Jamori wasn't really full go if practicing at all during the spring. So being able to see him out there this fall has been awesome. He's been flashing, and same with Fred. Fred has been balling out. He's had a good 2 days, and but it's all about just stacking days at this point. Like 2 days in, yeah, maybe you get up, you're kind of tired, whatever. I mean, everybody else in the country's doing it, so just what are you going to do to separate yourself? And Fred's had a good 2 days, Jamori's had a good 2 days, and the rest of the wideout core as well. Same guys from spring, like we talked about earlier, but those two guys have definitely popped on the first 2 days.
You look forward to a fan day like tomorrow?
Oh, yes, sir. I think it's always good being able to get to know the fans, hang out a little bit after, maybe some before, maybe not too much before, try to get locked in, but hang out with some after, and basically just seeing like a preview of the season and stuff. It'll be probably, what would that be, the 4th practice tomorrow, so obviously still some ins and outs that we're fine-tuning and stuff, but I think it's always good that when we get in front of BBN Nation.
On Jamori, last year at North Texas, he was kind of a vertical receiver, made a lot of plays down the field. Have you seen that play out so far in the limited time you've gotten with him and being kind of that vertical weapon for you all?
Yes, sir. I think we got him playing some slot right now and some outside stuff right now, so he can really do it all. So it's basically just making sure whatever route he's running, he's going to have some good separation. So therefore, it's my job to give him the ball. But he's done everything we've asked him to do, whether that's inside or outside, and he's been winning his one-on-ones. He's been being smart in zone. You can tell he's a really polished receiver, and he's had experience. So that's something you can never complain about.
As a player, how much do you guys think about the preseason poll, if at all?
The poll?
Yeah, the preseason poll, where they have you guys at?
Oh, dude, I haven't even looked at it. Whatever it is, if it's good or if it's bad, at the end of the day, like, you can't take the highs too high, the lows too low. Same thing coming off a day of practice. Like, I mean, it's never as good as you think. It's never as bad as you think. So, I mean, we can't control what the poll says right now. All we can do is control that week 1 and just practice this fall camp like we would if we were 1 or if we're 70th. It don't really matter. Like, we're trying to get better for tomorrow. Practice, watch the film, get better for the next day. It's basically all we're thinking about right now is the next practice.
Coach Evans told us that one of the things he learned from spring is that the competition level at these position groups is so high that he's got to get creative with his, skills with the position groups and the kind of personnel he sends into the game. As a quarterback, having that many options, is it exciting for you?
Oh, yes, sir. One of the things with Coach Hamden we've built over the spring and summer and a couple days into fall camp is just trust. And I'm going to trust whatever Coach Hamden calls. Whoever he calls to be out there is going to be in the right position at the right place in the right time. And at the end of the day, whoever he thinks is, say we have someone that runs a dig route the best, and they're going to be out there on Saturdays running that dig route. So basically just making sure that we're putting ourselves in the best positions to win. And whatever that looks like with Coach Hamden looks good for me.
Brock, you had to learn. I mean, you came in, Coach Cohen was here, and then you made a change, Coach Hamden. So you had to learn like 2 playbooks in the offseason. How challenging was that? And then maybe what is it about Hamden's offense that maybe seems like simple is a big word. Do you feel like the simplicity of it's going to allow y'all to play faster?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say simple is the best word, but it's definitely it's just efficient is what comes to my mind when I think of Coach Hamden's offense, because it's basically so the first install, we basically had a couple runs in, but there's 10 pages for those couple runs because there's 40 different ways to run them. So making sure that we're fine-tuning, hey, this guy comes in motion, you still have this job to do. So it's basically it's dressing up a lot of stuff that we're running the same play, but it looks like 40 different things. So that comes in with our run game, comes in with our pass game, and basically getting eye violations from the defense with our play action, stuff like that, making sure our play action looks like run, stuff like that. But I've really enjoyed Coach Hamden's offense so far, and looking forward to obviously more fall.
You had 2 coordinators at Georgia. Did that kind of experience going from Coach Monken to Coach Bobo kind of help going to Coach Cohen to Coach Hamden?
Basically, I think the biggest jump, which comes to mind, is high school to college. High school playbook is a high school playbook. We're basically just freaking at recess, just drawing stuff up in the dirt out there. But not really, but
tell your dad that?
No. But college is definitely it's a lot bigger playbook, and going into Coach Monken's system, that's obviously an NFL system. So that was just trying to drink from a fire hose as a freshman coming in there in January. But I mean, I learned basically once you learn your first playbook, collegiate playbook, everything else is not going to be too crazy different, because in football everybody runs duo, everybody runs inside zone. They're going to call it different stuff. They're going to break down defenses different. But as long as you learn Coach Hamden's verbiage, then you're on the same page, just breaking down defense, stuff like that.
Thanks, Brock.
Nothing good happens.
Your experience in the Big Ten helped prepare you for SEC football?
I think just getting those experiences, all those games, Big Ten play, it's definitely a different style of play, but, it's still football at the end of the day. And, getting those experiences in games, it definitely does help, playing against Penn States, Ohio States, Michigans, and everybody else in the Big Ten. Really, just every week you got to prepare for a game, and it's the same way here. So yeah.
Gavin, going back to your high school recruitment, what did you kind of remember about that relationship with Kentucky? And then did any of that stick out to you right away when you decided to move on from Rutgers?
Our relationship in high school, recruiting was great. Being from Kentucky and getting to represent my home state. Just at the time, it just wasn't the right fit, and I think coming in the second time is a better fit than the first time. And honestly, probably everything happens for a reason. So I think I got the opportunity to come back here and do all this. I'm grateful to get to come back here and get this opportunity.
Anything specifically that made it a better fit?
I would say, the thing that stood out to me most this time coming around was Coach Hamden's offense. I just think I really fit into it, and I could be a great asset to this team and help them win. So, obviously,
you became a huge part of the Rutgers rushing attack last year, and Bush Hamden has talked about, we're going to run the quarterback. Is that something that you felt that fit for you and something you could add to the offense?
Definitely. And and as well as passing as well. But definitely the rushing aspect of it. With that being our thing last year. So.
Yeah, and you had a couple coordinator changes at Rutgers, right? Is that right?
Yeah, this being fourth.
Yeah, fourth. So fourth in 4 years. Do you think? I asked Brock the same question, but you think those, going through a coordinator change before, do you think it helps you now when you go to a new school and you're changing coordinators again?
I totally agree, 100%. I think just having those experiences with different coaches who like different concepts or like different things, or just the way they teach it. Because at the end of the day, I look at it, and so it's all football. It's all concepts, same concepts, just different ways to run them, different formations to run them out of, and just different ways to teach them as well. So you get to see that part, but at the end of the day, it's all football. So
Helmet comms are coming this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got a chance to experiment with it or not. just you and me talking here. Do you like it, or would you rather him be out of your ear when they're on the field?
I like it, and then there's to an extent, but sometimes coaches get on you, but I like it, get the communication faster, and just little details that he can remind you of, during a play or like right before it goes off. So
yeah. And as a passer, is there anything you're specifically trying to work on or hone your craft in some specific area entering this season?
Just consistency and accuracy, really. Just kind of build off that. Just keep working on my feet, because that's where it all starts. So really just consistency and accuracy. So
yeah. And all of the quarterbacks in this room are new. We're not on the Kentucky roster last year. Do y'all talk about that at all, and how unique is that?
We have a little bit, and I think it really is neat, because we all come from different places. So we all, especially Bo was here, and then he played and then came back. So he has different experience as well. So I think it's neat how we all get to talk about kind of not comparing, but like how different is this than I think it's really neat and it's cool. So
thanks, Gavin.
Thank you.